All right, everybody, we got a massive mail day and a BGS return to check out. What grade did that foil dark ritual get? We'll see.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Okay, so I made a few moves recently, and one of them is this. Wow, okay. Can you see it there? Maybe not. Anyway, that says Battle for Zendar. Ah, here you go. You can see that, can't ya? Battle for Zendar boosters 2015. Wow, 2015 already. That's crazy. Anyway, so what I did with that was, I traded it for, I traded away 3 sorcery beta boxes, sorcery beta precons, sorcery alpha precons, and the Rudy playmat for that. It was time to pull out some money from sorcery. I kept my alpha box, so if sorcery does things, I still have that. I still have the Rudy promo that was graded. Yeah. Okay, next up, I opened this to pull out any paper, with like prices and my name on it, and bank accounts and all that information. But this is what we got. I gotta stop bumping that. Sorry about the shaky camera. I keep bumping it. It's a little bit in my face. Okay. I opened the knife, but I'm using my hands. Alright. Can you tell what it is before I finish opening it? I mean, we know it's a box, right? Yeah, so this is going to be the first box break of the year. It'll be interesting. I've never opened a box of this. So this will be cool. Invasion. Tournament decks. 12 tournament decks in this display. Ooh, nice. It's never even been popped out. Whew, this is a freshy box. Pretty decent. Very nice. No, crushed here. It was until I turned it over. This display contains 12 tournament packs, each with 75 randomly sorted game cards and invasion rules insert. Rulebook not included. And guess what? New players should begin with a Magic the Gathering starter level game. And this art, it's Sabo Savek or something like that. Anyway, it's a legend. This person, this machine, this Phyrexian, I don't know, Sabo Savak. Okay, let's put that aside. Now, the moment everybody's been waiting for, BGS reveals. Okay, again, I took these out of their boxes just so I could remove any information. But otherwise, this is the same order they came in, and I haven't looked through this yet. All right. Let me figure out the box again. So all these cards came from MagicCon. That's where I gave all this stuff to Beckett. Oh boy, this is gonna be a little tough. Not gave, submitted this stuff. Gave it. Like I donated cards to Beckett. I submitted this stuff for grading and regrading at MagicCon. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. That's what I'm talking about. 9.5 City of Traders. This should have always been 9.5. The fact that I got graded at 9 was very disappointing. Same thing with this. This is likely a 9.5. It's got a 9 for corners, but it should have 9.5 edges and surface. Like, I pulled this out of the Legends pack 7 years ago. Wow, 7 years ago now. That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. Okay. And this submission contains some of my cards and some cards from Doc Lab. So I wanted to talk about something we're going to be doing on my Patreon, actually, is grading. So if you're interested in getting cards graded, check out my Patreon. I haven't changed any of the levels or anything yet. I'm going to be changing that to reflect the new services. If you're at a certain tier or whatever, you know, a few months pass, you get a free one-time grading, you know, stuff like that. So I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to go yet, but that's happening. So keep that in mind. We're doing grading on my Patreon now. Warmonger. This is one of Doc Labs cards. I don't know why I got a 9. Like, all these came out of packs. They're very fresh. I mean, I guess not all pack fresh are gem mint, you know. I get the centering, though, because of that. Off center to the right. But surface and edges, I'd need to see the card raw to get a feel for that. Okay, we got a gold label. What's it going to be? Hey, Sappers and Scary. This is mine, actually, that I pulled in a pack on one of the box breaks. This is pretty nice. 9.5. Any Mercadian Masks foils that you can get in 9.5 is a win. Definitely a W. This is going to be a set, the foil set, that people are going to collect in the future. It's the first one that's not reserve list, but, you know, that doesn't matter. There's tons of value there. I graded this out of on a whim. KCI that I got from from my Mystery Booster 2 box foil. It's cool and all, but it comes with a scratch on the case. Apparently, come on, BGS, like, what the heck? I hate when they do something like this. There's a scratch there, and it's like, you know, if there's 2 cards equally graded, like literally the exact same subgrades, and it's the same card inside, the one without the scratch would sell first. That, you know, and that's what's annoying. Very annoying. Pious Warrior, another 9. They gave the surface an 8.5. I wonder what on the surface deserved an 8.5. I get the 9 for corners. I can see them flipped up instead of like smoothly cut. Centering again, of course, but they gave it a 9.5 for centering. Look at this. I guess that if that's the only... See... whatever. 9.5 centering. So, hey, look at this swamp. There you go. It's got a 10 for corners. Very clean corners. It's just like, okay, this one right here. I'm sure it is. Nope. Oh, okay. It got a 10 for surface. My confetti Nature's Will that I opened. That's cool, but 9 for edges. Like, come on. What on the edges bugged you, you know? You can't give this a quad? Silly. Deepwood Wolverine. Another one. Doc Labs. They were rough. Okay. Necrologia. Necrologia. I don't know. How do you want to say it? Anyway, 7th edition foil. I pulled it on the channel. The corner's got an 8.5. I think they just gave it an 8.5 because it's a 7th edition foil. That one has a nick. Okay. There's a couple of little bit of whiting at the edges of the corners, so I get why they did that. Although I still think it's a little harsh. LED. This is crazy. I found this in that collection this summer, and, you know, the fact that I got an 8.5 plus is kind of crazy. Very sweet. I'm happy with that. And I think this is it. Yeah. Now, you tell me why this got a 9 centering compared to that other one that got a 9.5 centering. I mean, I guess 2, like this side and this side, like the front is also slightly to the left. I don't know. Still, though, all those 9.5s, I don't see anything wrong with the corners. Another little tiny scratch there. I hate it when they do that. I mean, maybe I'll take it to a show and get it looked at for reconsideration. I think cards like this should definitely be reconsidered. This is literally, there's one card that has basic 9.5 plus, meaning one of these other three 9.5s is a 10. The other 5 cards that are 9.5 of Dark Ritual foil are all exactly the same, basic 9.5s. I think this had a shot at a quad or quad plus. I think this could have been top population, and I'm going to take it to the shows to get reanalyzed, because look, this is tied for 5 for the second. There's one card that's the top population. Like I said, one of these would be a 10, the 9.5s, but it's not a quad. Like, it still has a 9 as one of the subgrades. Yeah, and then there's 5 right below it, all basic 9.5s. There's no quads. There's no better than quads. So, yeah, Dark Ritual foil. I'm very happy with this card. Oh, look, check it out. I'm going to do some shenanigans for the thumbnail. Okay, here, let's take an old label. Let's take a couple old labels. How about, is there any 8.5? There's got to be an 8.5 here. 9s. Nines. 9. Eventually I'll find an 8.5 or 7. 7.5. 8 here. Let's use an 8. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna put my thumb over it and be like, what's the grade? Alright, yeah, see, this will be the thumbnail. Alright, wait. Let's just do that so people think that they're smart and they can see the... Oh, what did it get? That's what the thumbnail is gonna be. What did it get? Shine this so you can see the card. What grade? Ah. Hopefully people will be like, it's a 9. And I'll be like, no, you're an idiot. Watch the freaking video. Because that's what people do. They see my thumbnail and the title of the video, and they make an assumption as to what I'm going to talk about. Which is why often I make the thumbnail and the title very different from the actual intent of the video. Okay, here we go. Myco Synth Golem. This is Kylan's 8.5 centering. That's pretty rough. I don't know why. I think this should get regraded, Kylan. Like, it should have a 9 for centering. This is very nice. Alright. And the last one was the poster that you saw. Shadow of the Enemy. 9.5. 2 9.5s, a 10, and a 9. Hey, I'll take it. All in all, I'm pretty happy with this submission. I think it could have been a little better. There's a couple of cards that I'll probably have reconsidered at conventions at a later date. Yeah, otherwise this was pretty fun. I'm going to be submitting more cards. Again, if you're curious about submitting cards, consider becoming a patron. What I'm doing is you send me your cards. I'll do all the submission part. I'll handle submitting it and whatnot. And then I'll get it and I'll just send it back to you. I know this is the same thing. It's not that difficult to submit cards, right? But it's daunting for some people to get involved in. And also, hey, look, if PSA can do it, why can't I? They're doing the same exact thing. So, yeah. It's just a way for, I guess, people who have never done it before or beginners to start getting involved in grading. Now, at first, it's only going to be BGS. I'm looking to expand into PSA and CGC later, depending on interest. So, if you're curious, if you want to get involved, check out my Patreon or send me an email at dualbrainmtg@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you're going to buy any cards today, remember to use my TCG Player affiliate link. And are there any more ends? You know what? Otherwise, just take care. Have a lovely day. I will catch you again soon. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?